Hello and welcome to episode 35, the finale of our Timberborn update for modded Folktales playthrough here, cycle 51, day 6. Last time we added this observatory, which notably is not powered, to the Beverly Hills district, and we started clearing the way over here for a very laggy transition, thank you game, and a new housing complex here. We're going to put this here, going to try and get our beaver count to over 500, and to see what else we can get done. But this is going to be the last episode of this series in video format. I'm not ruling out the idea of having live streams in the future on this, but this has just gone on for so long. I know that people are ready for something completely different, and I am too. But again, not to say we can't ever revisit this and try to do some other stuff, but I think this would be a nice way to cap off this series with what we're going to do today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving all of our biofuel stuff. We're going to get this taken down, and then we're going to build a big apartment style thing, kind of like we have going on over here with some monuments and all that fun stuff. Get our beaver count over 500 and enjoy everything else that's going on. So before we have that, we have 24 beavers that are not working, which means we have an opportunity to put in additional beavers in other spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, because I know we've got twice as many gear workshops as we do lumber mills, and a bunch of you commented about, hey, that's really wrong, you're going to be messed up. So guess what? We're going to fix it. So what we're going to end up doing is putting some additional platforms here. And we'll put 6 of these, what do you call these things? Lumber mills on the back side here, which of course is going to require that we have all of this other stuff taken care of as well. So what we'll do is we'll come over here with our ladders, and we'll just do one of these numbers right here, and also at the same time not forget about putting in our paths there, and like so. And we have so much wood, we do not care about losing these birch trees. So goodbye, birch trees. Good riddance. We'll see you never. And we'll put lumber mills here just as soon as the game will allow us to, because we've got quite a bit of stuff to get through. And we're going to need to make sure that this is operating at peak efficiency. Plus, we were going to enclose this, but as of right now, I don't really have any fantastic, stupendous ideas to make that happen. Could be live stream fuel, but this, yeah, this just needs to end. So we're going to do what we can. Got biofuel, and we have catalyst in these giant tanks that need to go somewhere else. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to remove these, blast this down, and put some other stuff over here in this general area. We've got plenty of room once everything is all said and done. So that is what we're going to find ourselves doing here. I'm going to start by putting these large tanks down here. We've got plenty of room, like I have repeatedly said. So I'm going to put one here for catalyst, one here for biofuel, set that to obtain, and that one to obtain. And then we'll start moving the stuff down here. And I'm going to put some others in other places as well, because all of this stuff is going to be automated. We have a bunch of water here. We have all sorts of other fun stuff. So let's go ahead, just right here, and make ourselves a little bit more space for storage. We'll do the same thing. Large containers of biofuel and catalyst right here, and start storing some more stuff. And we have so much water coming through here, we really, really have to get something happening over here. This is looking kind of strange. Yeah, we're just, we're not sending enough water through our little area here. Still at 395 HP. Doesn't seem like we're ever going to get past that. So only thing I can think of is to add additional levees to our little block wall here to try and force a little bit more this way. Now, we already have a pretty decent amount going through here. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. But I am going to go ahead and put in those vertical walls there. Try and stop any of that stuff from going crazy. We also don't want it to come up through here either. So we'll just go ahead and block that off. Yeah, that gives them plenty to do. Just like they've got plenty to do over here. And that is connected. Yeah, we'll get that all fixed up later. Gives them something to do right now. So let's come back over here. Yeah, these guys are still working a little slow, and we're also still on single time speed. We can speed that up. Yeah, this game, this save really hates triple speed, which is one of the reasons why this just needs to be done, because this does not run well enough at the fast speed for these gameplay videos. Live stream, maybe, when you can, spend some time fooling around with chat and having a fun time waiting. But when we're expecting uncut gameplay to actually happen here, then it's not working. So back down to 2 times speed we go, getting a healthy 30 FPS-ish. Yes, they'll get this taken care of. No problems. Should not be an issue. Gears might become an issue. But now that we have a robust inter-district transport system, courtesy of the trains, which are working beautifully, I think we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, of course they haven't started building this yet because there's so much other stuff that is ahead of it. But not going to be worried about it. Yeah, the fun part is the way that this has to travel down has to go all the way across and through all of this stuff. It's just going to take a very, very long time. So it's prioritized by haulers, and actually to expedite this process, probably not the worst idea ever to just, get rid of these things, period, point blank, and force them to come down here. But I'm not going to do that until we have storage for both of these ready to go. And of course, this is going to take a really, really long time because our builders are, well, still doing their thing. And our terrain blocks, I don't think, yeah, they can't actually reach this. That was not my finest hour here. So if I extend that, they should be able to. Too far? What do you mean it's too far from a district? It's still connected to stuff. Oh, is it because this is actually blocked? Yes. That's what the problem was. And these also need to go away. So that, empty of gears, paper, pine resin, books, explosives, all this probably doesn't really need to be here. I think we have other storage in different places, but we will get there when we have to get there. Just one of those things you got to do. So this is set for catalyst. This is now empty of catalyst. Biofuel, again, I'm not going to delete this one until this biofuel tank is done. But now we have the ability to come in here and start the process of demolishing. It's going to be an excruciating process, and why I'm attempting to get this done in the last episode here. Now, what are we waiting on? Metal blocks? Well, we have 1,500 in this district, so I know it's not that's the cause. Our wheat numbers and our wheat flour numbers have recovered beautifully. Our food numbers are looking absolutely fantastic. And everything is just fine. Now, why do I have a homeless beaver? Not in this district. Is it over here in the Iron Islands? No. Which means, also no, Beaverly Hills has homeless people? That's illegal. Not in the hoity-toity thing. They'll bust those somewhere else for convenience. Let's, how? How's that even happened? Well, we'll send them back over to the home district. No more homeless beavers, not on my watch. We'll solve those problems because we can. All right. That's going to be done. So, away goes that tank. Look at all this rubble we've got sitting here. Now, as soon as our terraforming is done, then I'll get rid of the terraforming station, and then we will be finished with all of that fun stuff. And fun stuff it is, let me tell you. So what's going to happen here is we're going to have to just do this all one level at a time. To do different chunks, I think, would take way too long, and we don't want to mess with that. Now, how are we looking over here? We're still building the platforms. All right. Good progress there. We've got some extra space over here because we finally started building the extra spots for the potatoes. So we can add those. Okay, they need a path to finish this. Frog path it is. And somebody said, hey, have a look at your sunflower seeds because it seems like it's low. We have 2,100. I think we're okay. Don't think it's going to be an issue. So I guess I could just fill the rest of these in with carrots like was originally going to be the plan. Look at all this wheat. We are looking good on wheat, folks. Finally got this figured out just in time for the whole series to be done. But that's the way she goes, isn't it? Alright, so once this is all demolished, we're going to have all of this space kind of right here. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to build an apartment building here and then have monuments and other stuff to do over here. Also on the back side, we've got some entertainment to get done. So let's make sure we have room for that. We haven't done mud baths, which we need to make sure we go ahead and unlock since we have 200,000 science. Yeah, let's get that done. Carousels. I want to have room for all of the carousels. So if I do... all I have to do is just put a levy in right there, and I think I'll be good to go. I could put a carousel here. I could put a carousel here. The Ferris wheel. If I do that... Depending on how I want to do this, I could actually figure something else out. But I think what we'll do is we'll just have this carousel be right here. And then on the other side, I've actually got room. Almost. Almost. If I wanted to be kind of dumb, I could do that. But I think what we'll end up doing is just having this set up like so. I will have to put in a pretty substantial amount of... Oh, I've got terrain stuff. I don't need levees for this. No, we have technology. Let's take advantage of that while we have the capability to do so. And just take a look-see at what this is going to sit like. And I'm going to need 5 more blocks. I think. That was 4. Well, I never claimed to be good at math. And that fits just like so. So, if we have these 2 carousels right here, then we'll need to have power come out this way. And then we could have the Ferris wheel set like this. Or we could even have it off to the side. And just have the power incorporated somewhere else. But I do wanted to have wow, fantastic English language comprehension there. We have mud baths that could use this central little bit, or we could elect to do it a slightly different way. But I think since we have the ability to get this done in a nice manner, we'll go ahead and do it that way. Try to make something look nice at least. Put a Ferris wheel here. All I would have to do would be having straight power shafts right like so. And then since we already have this, I think we're going to have to get rid of that. Take a look at our construction here. Yep. That is going to be, I believe, if I have this come out like so. I'll give our terraforming bots plenty to do, and then once they have this taken care of, then we'll be all good to go. So, like I've been attempting to say forever now, we have a bunch of different opportunities to put things in, and the mud baths can actually become buried if they have power connecting stuff brought up this way. So we've got space actually to connect all these, which we are going to do. Turn this into a power shaft intersection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually run this underneath stuff. We can put some other benches or whatever here. And then come out to the front. And then out in front of this, what we'll do... I guess we can just go ahead and move this out of the way. We can actually have all of this blown up here. Yeah, just get rid of all that. And I can put in a mud bath, and then I've got some space in the center here to do kind of whatever with. But since the folktales do not have the mechanized monument, we don't need to plan for that. We just need to make sure we have a space for the Fountain of Joy, which is such a huge monument we could actually just kind of put it right here in the front of this whole thing. Or if we felt like it, we could just have this kind of right here. But it does have to be submerged in water like we saw over here. So that's something to keep in mind. I think will be okay for that. But having a big recreational complex is really going to help. Considering, oh, we got bee sting beavers. All right, idiot awards. Yeah, we can do a lot better on most of our fun type things. And I do think it's hilarious that the Ferris wheel has such a high bonus for most of this stuff. Pretty wild. All right, good. We have biofuel. Could set to obtain. I guess I could just set all these to obtain. So that's looking nice. And since these are going to be using Spatterdock, I figured, oh, hey, look, there's other stuff I was going to plant as Spatterdock, not like we actually need it. I was going to say, hey, we have all this space right here. Why don't we just go ahead, not food, why don't we just go ahead and put our refineries right here next to these aquatic farms? We've got some space. We can make it happen. So I'm going to, now that these are all built, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these. And we're going to... Oh, I deleted the rubble. That was stupid. What was in that? Oh, it was probably a ton of biofuel. It's very hard to select the correct paths here. But we will we'll get this rebuilt in a nice and convincing manner here. Not like it's really going to matter that much. Not going to last too long. But I can put one here, I can put one here, and have it stacked kind of like this. So I think that's what we'll do. Just have these faced next to each other. This will be for biofuel Spatterdock. Come on, let me click. Thank you. And since that's right there, that should be good to go. I don't think we're going to need more than 2 of these making biofuel, because we're not going to have a ton of bots in this district. We are going to have some, but I just want to make sure that was good to go. And we have so much maple syrup. I just cannot believe how much maple syrup we have. We have some stored here. That should be prioritized by haulers easily. What we're going to end up having to do with that is we're going to need a separate refinery to make the catalyst, which, you know, honestly, the way this is set up, probably should have just put it over here. I think that's probably still the best option. I just don't have a great spot for it right now because of how this is all set up. But we have the ability to put in another little piece of platform here, and then I can just put that third one right there, and that should solve most of our problems. All right, so we have these guys, hopefully, sometime soon, bringing in, not the power shafts, the actual terrain blocks. We'll see what ends up happening with all of that. I guess, for the time being, to make it a little bit faster, so they don't have to walk so far. Where's the dirt storage? Is still all the way over here? Probably not my best thing here. So we could give it a little bit of a chance here. Not going to stay here forever, but this is going to be quite a lot of dirt. So let's make that into dirt obtain high priority construction site, so on so forth. All right, we'll get that connected, and then we will bring this underground. And this one's actually all ready to go. And yes, I realize this is 7 blocks wide, and each of the mud baths are 2 blocks wide. So it is not going to be... We'll have one here, and then stuff in the middle. We'll figure it out. But we can build stuff on top of that for recreational purposes. Just to get it all figured out. Now, this right here is pretty much ready to go, minus... Oh, we can't get materials. We have explosives. What's up with that? Doesn't make any sense. Well, I got a lot of bots that don't really have anything to do here. So let's let's get that stuff all fixed. Put in the rest of these guys. Yep, that's looking better. How many extra bots do I have? 32. Okay. So I'll tell you what we'll do. I actually already have extra bots, but Beaverburg, minimum 30. Let's say a minimum of 60 bots. Yeah, bring those guys in here. And we'll put them to work. We got tons of stuff we could automate, bottomate, whatever you want to call it. So like we have district center. Oh, that's global view. Just give me the Beaverburg one. All right. Builder's hut's already automated. District center already automated. District crossings probably would be a good automation thing, but let's look at hauling posts. Yeah, these guys could really do some good as haulers, especially as we start cutting down the BioBeaver working hours. I think most of the rest of that's probably fine. Packing plant's not going to need to worry about that yet until we get power connected, because don't forget, power is going to be coming all the way through here. That is part of this whole deal. We're just going to put some stuff on top of it. All right. I guess for right now, best thing is going to be to have a couple of hauling posts, by a couple I mean 3, automated. In this district at least. All right, and that actually matches up perfectly. I probably should have, taken a look at which hauling posts were going to be automated based off of... Oh, good, it's these next to this district center. That is district center. District crossing, that's actually probably the best option I could have done here. Look at all this dirt. Cool. All right, this is in place. I did say this was going to be brick paths, so let's get that started with brick paths. This still needs to be put in place, but they will do that in due time, I am sure. And like I said, the whole thing underneath is going to have this power come through here. So we will need to have a trench. So it can come all the way down and connect up to our packing plants. That's the only reason we're doing this. But now the problem is all those explosives not really being a thing here. And I think that's because we don't have any more of those explosive things. We're just making a ton of books. So I'm going to do the bad thing and get rid of a printing press so we can make some explosives. Sounds like a wholesome activity. All right, and 2 lumber mills back again here. I don't know why those are saying BioBeavers. That's not correct. Oh, I forgot to put in platforms here. All right, that problem, nope. That problem is solved. We'll have this be the bigger priority, and we'll have to automate that to make some explosives. And we've got flooded wheels. Does that mean they put the they put this stuff here? We can't not have all these wheels get flooded. That's a bad thing. They still will not go over 395 or 396. All right, well, get rid of that one, see if that helps unflood some of this. Because we definitely don't want flooding. Oh no, we're only making 14,000 HP, and oh no, our flywheels are all completely filled. What a disaster. Horrible, horrible catastrophe. Alright, explosives factory. Yeah, get this thing rocking and rolling here. How much paper do I have? 2,100. How much paper am I making? Am I even making paper? I know I have to. Yeah, no, I have to be. I got it right here. Well, that should be fine. I'm no longer concerned about that. I think we can... Oh, hello. We're all flooded over here. That's already all the way down. That's... Okay, this one needs to go down. Maybe that will help. I think part of the problem might be because we have these water wheels here, and there's no actual way to release water downstream of all of that. Because I got greedy and I wanted all the power to go through the wheels. So instead what we get... Now this should be all passed through here. And I think it is. We just don't have quite enough of a release on the other side. I guess... Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay, no, we're going to lose some stuff here. I'm going to open up a drain here because I don't want all this wheat to die. There we go. Problem solved. Yeah, that's weird. I guess fluid dynamics are not my strong suit. Oh look, all of our stuff is dying. Ow, am I gonna have to open multiple holes out of this? Well, it's not that big of a deal. This is the end of the playthrough anyway. We just want to try and avoid things from completely flooding here. Now, the bad thing is, when we have a drought come up, this is going to empty. So I am going to have to put in a regular floodgate here. And when the drought starts, we're going to have the height set at 1. When the drought ends, it can go back down to 0. We'll just have to do that in both of these places here. Just the way she works. When the drought ends, when the drought starts. Alright, so let's prioritize that construction, because I know we're going to have a problem here in a second. But that has prevented most of our flooding from occurring. Alright, that is working. Yeah, I can get rid of the rest of this now. Now that the explosives are coming up again, and again, and again. Okay, these can all go away. We can harvest those materials for other uses. And we can start blasting over here, too. It's a very long and drawn-out process, as you can tell. Alright, come in here with our refinery. And set that to catalyst. Bots only. Actually, should have made that bots only too. Alright, that works. Now they're saying they don't have any power. Why is that? Because nobody's running here? Is that what the... yep, can't have a bot running this. I mean, that makes sense. Wouldn't want to do that. Okay, so that's done. Now can I put in... Oh, no, they have a whole other row over here. But this side has space to put that in. Very cool. That's going to work out quite nicely. So now I just have to have this come out this way. Yeah, this is going to take us quite some time. But I'm going to go ahead and set this off. The reason being that there are ladders over here that we can use to access the rest of this and get as much of a head start as we can. So what we're going to do here is, yes, drought warning. Check on our, okay, good, they built those, and those are set to be, when the drought starts, height of 1. Okay, that's good. Should be looking good. Good to go. All right, are we running? Yes, we are. All right, looking good. Now, the fun thing that's going to happen here is when I set all of these off, it's going to block access back here. So what we're going to have to do is send a beaver down inside. So, not a problem. But I do think we want to... yeah, we want to sidestep where this mud bath is going to go. So those are going to go there and there. And what we're going to have to do is use these guys. And then we'll just have this come all the way down here. And then as it comes through here, we'll have to have a power split thing like that. And then... oh, actually, I can't build that one yet because that's going to be blocking things. So let's put that there. That works. And once all these are in place, we're actually going to put platforms on top of this. We can build different, I guess we call them food stalls or benches or whatever have you. Put those there. That should be okay. Oh, they can't reach that. That's unfortunate. Let's amend that, shall we? Now they can reach it. But they can't do any of that without having the stairs here, so that's what we'll do. But mud baths going here are good. We'll have 2 of those. Maybe, depending on how power distribution works, we might have a couple of others in different spots, but I do want this to be accessible. We could, unfortunately cannot flip this so the entrance is on the other side, but we could just put a bunch of these right here. We'll see what happens. We have enough other stuff going on for sure. Yeah, again, just doing a little bit of what we can when we can. We have some more bots that have nothing to do. How are we looking over here? These are all automated, botomated. We only have a few stalled water wheels. The rest are at that 396. 396. That is apparently what we're going to be stuck at. 15 extra bots. So, you know the deal. Now the minimum in Beaverbrook 13 is going to be 75. Bring those guys over. And we should now have, yeah, we've got 8 jobs left over. Ah, yes. In my zeal, I have forgotten that beavers like to be stupid. And they like to build things in the wrong order. So we're going to have to do this the fun way. By the fun way, I mean the old way. Well, that's fine. We got some time. If I have to time-lapse this, I will, because we are getting this done. Let me assure you. The viewers will not tolerate another 3 weeks of this. They will absolutely not watch these videos. And we have to make room for the Folktales in Update 5, now that all of you guys are asking for that as well. I did a stupid thing. The large pile is blocking the Ferris wheel. Unfortunate. But we will press on. I guess, I don't know. The problem with doing all these things at once is you end up with a bunch of stuff that just can't get done in reasonable amounts of time. Unfortunately. Now, the observatory has no power. There's no reason for this to be like this, except for the fact that I just kind of conveniently forgot that that there was no anything powering this. I haven't even researched gravity batteries. I mean, we have windmills. You know, I could put a windmill here. What does this require? 200 HP. I could just, you know, conveniently place a windmill right here on the end. Assuming they can, you know, actually build it. We mark this for demolition. And I have somebody actually lean out over a platform to do this. I'm not actually sure they can build this. They should be able to reach it. But we'll see what happens, I suppose. Get that constructed. We should have the stuff. Yeah, we got paper. We have gears. Well, we don't have all the gears, but we do have the ability to get them. So that will be a thing just as soon as that's constructed. Platform and then large windmills. So we could at least power this thing so we pretend like it has some sort of actual function. How are we looking over here? Still making a ton of resources. 2 extra bots. 2 extra bots. These are all prioritized by haulers, right? There's no reason for any of this not to be. Gear workshops probably should all be, yes. Hauling post. I heard your cries. Yes, we probably could use additional hauling posts. So what I will do is I will go ahead and build, not a builder set, I will build another hauling post down here and max staff it and have the builders' huts deprioritized because that's not as crucial of a thing. But we could definitely use some more haulers in here to make this a little bit more, shall we say, optimized. All right, how are we looking here? Yep, getting it done, getting it done. Now the fun thing about what I just did with this is it's going to make this inaccessible on the end, which is fun. But we've got ways around that. We can just jerry-rig something. No big deal. Now, this little warehouse of packaged foods does not need to be here. That can get blown up. And now that this is here, this pine resin can go away. Honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and... there's almost nothing of use here. Just going to go ahead and get rid of all that. But I am going to have to leave the ladders here. We can get rid of that. That should be all... oh, that's right. They disconnected all of our paths here. Okay, that's inconvenient. Well, I'll just put those back in place. There we go. All right, they got that done. Unblock this next one. And so on and so forth. The cycle continues. I guess I gotta wait for them to put those 2 dynamites in. Then we'll let all these off at once. There we go. And again, we're going to have straight power shafts go all the way through here. But one of these, actually, this one right here, we can put into a 4-way. Because I want to have this actually be able to go all the way across here. Yes, that's what we'll do. Have to remember to build with the brick paths whenever possible. But then I can actually have the path come out this way, like so. And then I could line this whole thing with mud baths. Except let's not forget we're putting apartments here. So we'll have mud baths underneath the... let's see if I can get this to work. Because we have these guys on the reinforced platforms. So I just have mud baths underneath here. And have this whole central thing be built on top of reinforced platforms. Please do not crash. Thank you. One of these... Hold on. Can I not click on this anymore? Oh, come on. There we go. I want the brick path gone. This needs to be... Nope, nope, nope. There we go. That needs to be a reinforced platform. As do all of these, because then on top of that, we can continue to stack things. So that's something that I definitely should have done first time around and did not. But that's the way it goes. Alright, so there's again... more reinforced platforms. And there's not going to be anything here, but I will go ahead and make these reinforced platforms as well, because we do have to have all of this stuff connected. Unpause that. There we go. Alright, I see 24 unemployed bots. I've got 9 here. Does that mean I've got 15 over here? No, I have 0. In fact, I have 5 empty. So, are they just collecting in... first of all, why? Stop that. There we go. We'll send all these over here to... It must be from the passenger train stations. I think that's probably what the issue is. Oh, I forgot to connect this with the brick path. There we go. All right, and we can put the other Ferris wheel over here. No, we can't. Why is that? Why is that not going? There's nothing blocking this. Is it something weird going on with this, or what? Do I have to be rammed all the way in to place it? Because I did the exact same thing over here. What gives? Is it not going to tolerate rubble underneath? Is that what the issue is? That seems kind of weird. Don't really know what to say about that. Alright. Build that guy. Yeah, because this one worked just fine. It's the same exact setup. Maybe it is some weird glitch with the rubble being in the way. Well, if they come get the planks and we try again and it still doesn't work, then, well, something's severely broken. Yeah, what's up with this? It'll let me do this, but it won't let me... What? Come on. What gives? What's up with that? Oh, there's a path. Duh. All right. Problem solved. That's happened before. Unfortunately. All right. Let's finish that. Get that out of here. There we go. We're almost done, folks. And I am going to preemptively make these into reinforced platforms just because we might want those at some point in the future. Oh yeah, they're not having fun with these explosives. I only have 33, really, in this district. Oh, this whole district, I only have 33 of these. Got 21 unemployed bots, though. You know what that means. It means these guys, packing plant beavers, get to go do something else. Unfortunately, cannot put the put the bots in the power wheel. But that's the way she goes. I still got 20, so guess what? You are now haulers. Okay, so those are in place. That means I can now, just for the sake of actually connecting stuff, I will put in, this is a four-way. That's working just fine. Yeah, I'm going to put, oh yeah, all of these things as mud bath hot tubs. How about that? Unprecedented beaver luxury. Only available in the Beaverburg 13 district new housing development. Now let's come and check over here if the game doesn't completely crash. All right, drought started. All right, so they are actually in the process of making the large windmill. I am thoroughly surprised. So of course, once they're done with this, I will take out the platform, put in one of the high power shafts, and then connect it to the back like that. And we'll be good to go. I think that's kind of how I did it over here. Maybe a little bit. This one was a little bit more off to the side, but I don't know. I kind of like this. Pretty snazzy. This gravel path looks really nice up here. Oh, I was going to plant more trees. That's what I was going to do, and then I ran out of time and or interest in doing that. So let's just briefly add a little bit of that here. Chestnut trees, oaks, and then we'll come back with some maples. Yeah, that's gonna look much better. Much better. Yep, they're gonna need that paper. It's gonna take 800 years. Hey, this isn't flooded anymore. Woohoo! And now we are drawing off of our fantastic large horizontal framed flywheels, and those are doing beautifully. We have 6.7 days left. We will not run out of power thanks to having 6 of these. I think at least 6. I actually don't remember. I think it was 6. So that's looking okay. How many extra bots do we have? None. Okay, they're working on building that up. How are we looking on all of our other resources? We got gears. We've got metal blocks. Those actually aren't going as fast as we thought they would. The unfortunate thing about the folktales is that there is no fast mine option like you get with the iron teeth. So if we want to have, oh, there's no power here because there's no power here. Okay, well, can't say I'm surprised. We'll be all right. You know, we have 8,600 metal. I don't think we're going to need anymore. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be okay. But one of the problems we're going to have is there's no power storage over here. So these guys, these small flywheels, that's all we've got. So what I should have done is I should have actually kept one of those big old, you know what dudes. So we have the horizontal framed flywheel. That is 3 blocks tall. This thing is 3 blocks tall. If I buried this underneath all of this, I don't know. I don't think it would let me go down as far as I need to go. This would have to have power connection on top. So I don't know. We already have. Oh, how did I do this? Yeah, if I get rid of the rest of this stuff, I could have right where this is. Yeah, I could put one of those in there. It would just have to be powered a little bit differently because you can't go into the side of these things. I would probably have to have the medium-sized ones instead. And have those go sideways. But that's no fun. We want the giant, we want the big boy. That's the emergency basement power access for all this. We just don't have enough dynamite. That's our problem. We need more explosives. But now we don't have any power at all in this district, which is definitely not my brightest of moments. I will be the first to admit that. So how can I fix this? I don't think it's going to let me... No, that would be way too easy. Yeah, it's not even going to entertain the idea of me putting anything like that in there. So what if we did this? Oh, I probably should also have this put up here. Hold on. We might have just had a revelation here. Can I? Oh, no way. Really? Is that seriously all I had to do? Okay, of course that one's not going to work because we have our... yeah, we got our other guy here. But having two of these here might actually be worth moving this over if I get rid of that. Yeah, if I just remove this, if it lets me build in this spot another one of these Dutch windmills, then I'm going to be a happy camper. I don't know that it will, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. But I know having these large windmills here will at least generate a little bit of power in the meantime. Well, we're going to have to wait and see on all that, I guess. So, after that revelation, I think we're going to have to once again cut education funding in favor of making explosives. Prototypical real-world result, unfortunately, but that will make some more explosives, which we desperately need and will be exporting as appropriate. So let's take a look-see at our goods station here. Find our dynamite, which is up here. We'll set that to allow sending. And then over here in our wonderful train station of beautiful design, come over here and allow receiving of dynamite, and that should help expedite that process just a little bit. Now, what do we need to actually build this? Gears and paper. Well, we have both of those things, thankfully, so that should be working. Nobody feels like coming to get rid of this little bit of wheat because they're probably focused on doing everything else. Terraforming, however, I believe our terraforming needs are done, so I think we can safely get rid of this. We filled in all the space we're going to want to fill in. Yeah, all right. Bye-bye. Look at it, it's already 51. My God, man. I've been trying to end this series for weeks, and it always just goes super slow whenever I feel like we're actually going to be finished with this. Oh, man. I'm burdened for this series to last eternally. This has been going since August. It is November. That's 3 months ago. It needs to be done. Well, at any rate, this will be the last video on this series. We might finish it off with some live streams. At this point, we probably will have to, seeing how slowly this is going, but no, we absolutely cannot have this drag on any more than it already has. People are ready for something else. Just gotta get stuff moving. It's the 2 times speed that's absolutely killing this, because I cannot go any faster than 2 times speed during the day, or else it just doesn't work. Yep, all of 13 frames per second. Just disable the roof mod. No, it looks cool. I'm not turning it off. This is supposed to, in theory, be at least somewhat aesthetically minded of a build. We can't just forsake it like that. Yeah, we're making 81 HP. That's cool. Now, can we put a Dutch windmill here? No, we cannot. All right, well, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. That's very disappointing. But what else are you going to do? We need the power. So that's I guess just going to have to be how it... Oh, look, it's the world's saddest merry-go-round. 9% power input. There you go. That's what you get. All right, folks. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to time-lapse this, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Let's take a pause real quick. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to construct it, and then we're going to time-lapse it. It might take me another hour in actual, like, real life to get this built, but I do not want to waste any more of your time with all this. So what's going to happen is these reinforced platforms in the center here are going to turn into the backbone of this building. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a ladder, a reinforced ladder, mind you. Let's put that... let's say I could actually, right here on top of this platform instead of this brick path, put this as a reinforced ladder. We'll just have this come right the way up here, and then all around the back side, we'll just have double reinforced platforms. And what's going to go under here, we already talked about, was going to be our... not Eric Bostock, that's a beard booster. Our mud baths. We're going to put in... I'm going to put two of them, I think? Yeah. Yeah, we'll put 2 of them here, which actually means this can't come this far out. So this reinforced platform and this power shaft cannot be here, because this is going to become where the part of the large framed flywheel is going to go. But what's going to happen here is we're going to have our side platforms 2x1 on the top of our stuff here, and on top of that we're going to put... I already have to redo this, but I was going to have the housing units right here, these triple lodges, which I guess can't be triples. These are going to have to be doubles. They're going to face inside right here. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to have like an actual wall of a building here with some other stuff on the outside. But yeah, I've already realized that I have made a mistake in how this is set up. So let's undo these. I forgot the Folktales lodges are offset by one unit of height here for the doorway access. So that's going to have to go just like that. These will be double lodges right here. And we'll do the same thing up 2 more stacks. And this might look a little strange, but we are going to finish the outside, don't worry. So what we'll do on this side is the same exact thing we've just done. Turn this around if it's going to even let me. See, this was the thing that was causing me problems before. There's the one side of these platforms that does not want to attach unless you're right on top of it. And it's very, very picky. Very picky. That is certainly annoying. All right, well, for the sake of my personal sanity, I will just put that back in when the time comes. There we go. All right, and go back again with the reinforced platform. Single height, and then the doubles on top of that like we were before. Double lodges. Like so, like so, like so. So these are all going to have access. Boy, that looks funky, but it's going to look a lot better when it's done. Promise you that. And then now we have, underneath here, once this is exploded, these, of course, will be mud baths. But right on top, we have lovely apartments. And then at the very top of this, I don't want this to be too terribly tall. This is already taller than the other one. We're going to close this off with some more reinforced platforms. And this is going to extend over the top of this other thing. We just haven't quite gotten there yet. We've got way too much other stuff going on to get to that quite right now. But that will continue in this pattern. And then on the outside here, what I'm going to end up doing is we have these other lodges that we can put in. And then on top of these guys, we'll put some other stuff so this doesn't look quite so ridiculous. But if we have their regular lodges like this, and then on top of that, we can step back a little bit. We'll make these into platforms. Not reinforced platforms. Doesn't have to be like that. But on the top of that, we'll have regular double lodges just kind of stacked like this. And that way, this can be nice terraced, whatever you want to call it. And it has plenty of beaver storage. I know that's our favorite term ever. And then on top of that stuff, oh yeah, this is going to be a long video. Sorry about you. but that's just the way this is going to work. All right, we got these two pieces. Now we can do little roof intersections like this, or we can do the 2x2s like this, or we could just have this go completely sideways like so. Or my personal favorite is to take... Oh, okay, that actually looks kind of busted. Take these ghost roofs and do something like this. I think that would look pretty nice. Because these don't have that line on the back, they can just kind of actually go directly in to where those windows are, and that looks, in my opinion at least, pretty snazzy. I don't think I have the ability to do any other ghost roof intersections here. No, unless I... oh, hold on. Maybe not. That almost works. Oh. No? Alright, well, we'll just roll with this. We'll just assume that this is fine. Because, I mean, it is. It's going to look neat. Or, at the very least, if it doesn't look neat, it's at least going to be memorable, and that's what matters. Kind of, right? As long as something's memorable, if it's super ugly, it doesn't matter. But that is going to be what we're going to be doing with this, and of course, at the very top, we will have the opportunity to put in, not billboards, rooftop terraces, like we all know and love, and then those will have a cantilevered thing up on top of that because, of course, we can still place other stuff. But I'm going to time-lapse the rest of this, and this very, very, very slow building process will be reduced back down to what you guys want to actually see. So we'll go ahead and get this back rolling again. And of course, I'll talk to you guys while that is going on, because this is, I'm sure, going to be several minutes worth of stuff that I have to talk about, and maybe an hour or two of actual game footage, which is fun to think about. But I digress. We have so much stuff that we can be excited about for this entire series. And yeah, there's just a lot that we've gotten done. Pardon the mismatched game sounds that are going to be happening while I'm talking to you. I have to demolish all these other paths and stuff. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff done with this. I think we can definitely continue this as a live stream. I just cannot dedicate 2 more days a week to this anymore. It's been going on for months. So hopefully you understand. And we can revisit this again in a live stream and see all of the fun that comes with it at that point in time. But yes, tomorrow, as in Friday, we will, of course, have another episode of the... no, tomorrow's Saturday. Duh. It's Thursday right now as I'm recording this. Tomorrow, as in Saturday, of course, we will have another episode of the Water Beavers. And that mod's turning out to be quite a lot of fun. We've got a lot of stuff that we've accomplished in there. We're working toward the ENS, which is the university building in that faction. And I don't know how much further we're going to be able to get in that in tomorrow's episode, but we will definitely see what ends up happening there. And then, of course, Sunday, update 5 with the Iron Teeth. And then maybe Monday as well. But then Tuesday, replacing this series in the regular video rotation, we will have the update 5 with the Folktales, with all of their fun new stuff they've got. So that is going to be a really, really good time. Very excited for it. And it's been long since time for us to get into that. We just have not been able to because we've had all this other stuff into this series that has been going on for a very, very, very long time. Will finally be good to get something else rotated in here. But again, I'm very thankful for all of you who have chosen to persevere and stick through it with me here. This has been a very, very long road. We've had a good time. We've been able to see a bunch of cool stuff. And it is not the end of this playthrough. It is just the end in the regular video rotation. We just gotta move on. Gotta delegate this to other fun stuff. But we also have the time lapse that I'm going to have to sort through all of the individual screenshots because 2.5 months ago I messed that file up. I've got thousands of images to manually sort and label so I can put them in a time-lapse. They actually, at this point, it could be 10,000 different pictures I've got to stitch together. But it's going to show the whole growth and development of this map over this entire 51.5 cycles. I guess it's going to be closer to probably 54 or 55 by the time we're actually finished with this. But that should be a very fun trip down memory lane. That will probably be its own video. Might see if I can get that to be a YouTube short. Maybe separately, not the only way it's going to be put up, because I know a bunch of you hate those. But it seems like that would be a good format for that. Nice little time-lapse thing, maybe bring some other people into the channel. But I digress. All right, folks, it's been 5 hours. 5 hours of building this stuff. I had to pause all these, or else we'd have way too many beavers for the game to even function. I was getting 1 frame per second for a while. But this is the full glory of this whole apartment building complex here. I think it looks, you know, pretty nice. We've got some frog statues. We got some rooftop terraces. We got monuments. Wow, Fountain of Joy. We got a little bit of this stuff. Yeah, now hopefully you can understand, seeing how poorly this runs at single speed, why this is the last episode of this series. That's not going to be a live stream. Yeah, this is rough. Managed to get it to make a bunch of bots though, which is cool. But yeah, it's midnight 30. I got a condensed 4 hours of stuff into a time lapse. So I'll see you guys later. But very, very much appreciate your support. Appreciate you watching these, and hope whatever it is you're doing, you have a fun and a safe rest of your day. Thanks again to Beard Boosters. Really appreciate you guys helping me contain my sanity with all this nonsense. But yeah, have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow for some water beavers. Take care. Bye-bye.